Welcome to the Nines Premier League podcast, where we deep dive into the world of the Country Trucker Cup's 9PL, and we bring you the latest updates, insights and discussions. Today we're interviewing the returning team, the Salty Pigs, with Benny Marschke and Ben Thomas. Let's kick off the excitement, boys. Welcome back. Super excited to get around you two fellas. What I want to know, and you've told me this yarn before on a teams meeting we had about a month ago, give me the origin story of the Salty Pigs, because I was in tears. How did it come about? Group of mates or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, basically, we're just a group of best mates, and we all loved having a beer. When we met all in under 20s, and we'd be playing footy together, and every weekend, every chance we got, we just go to the pub and just get up to some mischief, and we go on trips away at the end of the year and just do stuff that we'd be still laughing about it to this day. So basically, we just made a group, and we're just a group of best mates that love fishing and everything from that in between. And yeah, we just like sink and piss, basically. That's about it. If you could tease up in one thing, is we love a beer.
You're a pig. You're a legitimate
We're a pig, yeah, we're basically.
And I guess it sort of formed over time, just formed into a lifestyle brand with merchandise off the back of that. So
yeah, okay. So is this common interest of a group of footy mates who love getting together, having a beer, surfing, camping, fishing, punting. Yeah, right. And you just made a little totem and called it the Salty Pigs.
Yeah, we just thought, we're salty a bit for the ocean and stuff.
Yeah, we all love the ocean,
we're
and
just
then we all got
pigs.
that bit of pig about us.
Who's the best surfer then out of the group? Like who
I don't surf naturally. I'd sink if I went out. I got rescued not long ago. Actually, towed back into shore by a jet ski. I was out there. The waves are only 3 foot as well. I can't surf.
He got stuck out on this one.
The Marschkes reckon they can surf. So
yeah, right.
I'd probably say
never seen them do it.
I'd probably say Vic reckons he's probably the best surfer, but the big fella's getting too swollen these days.
Yeah.
So, probably me or Jesse, I reckon.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So who's born first out of you two boys?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Jesse's 2 hours older than me.
Yeah, right. Well, what's the saying? A baker burns his first batch?
Yeah.
Is that what you run with?
Burn him.
I have this theory that when they were born, they were split from one whole person, and Jesse got 70% of the smarts, and Benny got 30% of the brain. So when you speak to them, both of them equal one person. You never quite get the whole story when you're talking to one of them.
We'll go with that anyway.
That can absolutely work. So I think, it was really good having you last year. We absolutely loved it. You were crowd favourites, clearly. But give us, I suppose, key learnings from last year. What you enjoyed about the whole competition?
Last year, I think it was hard because me and Benny finished footy, and that sort of comes suddenly. I only just made the decision at to end that, and we jumped on board. And so we just sort of put a team together last minute, really. We had people I hadn't even met half our team. We were trying to rig them and organise some of our team, and it was good. They come, and we were numbers short. But we went up there, and I think me and Benny quickly realised it was the best time ever. We loved it so much. So we thought straight away, we need to one-up it and do it heaps better this year. So we've just been really focused on trying to make it a good tournament. So we've been trying to sign players and take it real serious. And we got a heap of good sponsors on board that we're just going to try to do it right, get up there, have a good week up there, and then we want to win the tournament. So I think it's been a big focus this year, as you said, trying to do it right. So it was a bit of a learning curve last year. We're sussing it out, but this year, we know what's expected. There's some good teams there, so we want to take it out.
Yeah, it was interesting watching the space because you sort of had this brand that had taken off for a bit, and then you sort of let it idle, and then you sort of pivoted, created the rugby league team itself. I know Jaden Walker is your team manager as well. He jumped back on board to trying to line things up a little bit, got some energy around it, and then I suppose key learnings that I'd seen from an outsider was the reactionary response, because all your stuff was all over these kids and all these people in the crowd. Like there was just pink shirts everywhere. On the commentary, they're talking about the pigs, outfits. Everyone was having a chat about it. So I think it was really cool to see you guys actually not be totally aware of how big your brand is and can be. and seeing the kids race around. And I mean, we'll show them up on the clippings as well, where there's videos and photos of some young people just getting around you.
I think I was walking around nude at the end of our last game.
It was horrible. It was so horrible.
It was horrible. Everyone was up, and there was kids all around us.
Kids were going
giving
through
away
our
all
bags,
gear,
just ripping out shorts, ripping out shirts.
So-
But we were overwhelmed with the support, and like BT said, we're sort of going to go up one better and more organised this year. And
well, I've got the Pigs
Hey, there it
t-shirt
is.
on, and I've got the Pigs hat, so I'll make sure I'm clipping this. I'm probably the worst model you could have in this kit, but a bit of a brown pig, but I'll take that either way. But I think there's going to be these supporters t-shirts, hats, and they're available now, I've been told.
Yeah, available on the Unite site. So
Great.
there's a supporter tee, and the supporter hat, and the crew socks as well. Also,
These are lovely. These.
And then
them.
over the weekend, we'll have a supporters sort of merchandise tent, which will sell all our training tees, training jerseys.
I think I reached out to you would have been a couple of days ago. I saw some like baby pig stuff. Is that
the
Victor's
Yeah.
young one wearing that stuff?
Yeah, so
or-
Young Vin.
So we're young Vin, and we've got a few young piglets running around now. And mate, it was actually for a birthday present for young Louis at his first birthday. So Vic organised some piglet little tees that he got for them, and mate, they're outstanding. And it's something we actually want to dive into, that youth range, piglet range.
For
So,
sure.
mate,
Such a cool idea.
Yeah, cool.
There's so many little segues you can go into with this little business. And I think one of the things that I've seen with you guys over the time is that you're just enjoying it. Like, it's fun. It's nothing that you're trying to force. Yeah. It's actually just part of where you are as blokes and families, and also, I suppose, part of what you are. Like, all your interests are genuinely in the logo, in the branding, and what you are after. It's cool.
100%, mate. Yeah, building a brand about our lifestyle, really, and we're just doing our thing.
We want to get the tent up there. Next year, like, we sell some stuff, as Benny was saying. Yeah, we're thinking about going all out. Try to get there early, set up the gazebos up. I think Swarks was even saying we get a little petting zoo.
Yeah, we might.
So maybe piglet.
Gonna have
We got Big Shaky in the mascot. Get him to
well, tell your manager to email me, because I need to run this by Gold Coast and make sure that we can actually have live animals.
I'm going to get there early and mow our spot on the hill, because I remember last year the grass was about yay high. I'll get the Victor running. And
100%. Our only wish for next competition is, mate, we got the same spot. That's our spot, and we don't want to move anywhere else. That is our spot up on the hill.
So we need you over with the other playing group, because the other players want to get around the pigskin as well. I know you're the people's favourite, but you got to get around the players as well, because they want to see him be around you. But I suppose the support that was there at the carnival was great. Obviously, he's onboarding more and more support throughout the year. But who is supporting the pigs to come down for 2025? Have you got any sponsors locked in? Like, who's sort of helping you out?
So we've done me and BT put our heads together, and a few great sponsors have jumped on board to support us and actually make this trip what it is and get us down there. Quick shout out to Corporate Interior Projects, Sydney Stonemasons, Clavelli Hotel, RCC International, Command 51, Friendly Plumbing, Roses Only, Peak Construction and Fit Services, and all these guys are showing their support. We even had a bit of a sponsors night a couple of weeks ago at the Chloe Hotel, Meg at the Chloe Hotel.
Shout out to Megs.
Yeah, shout out Megs.
Chloe.
So we had a good event there, and over a few beers and a feed, and that was good to show support back to them for supporting us and on this adventure that we're about to go on. And mate, we're thankful for them this year. So
such a great starting point for you, and I mean the link up with the Chloe. Meg's doing some great things with you, and you're looking to potentially do another event at the end of the year as another fundraiser, or I suppose a fundraiser. More of a reason just to add more pigs to the pen, right? Like,
exactly.
People want to get around.
It's just a reason to get on the piss, really.
And you've got 45 sponsors now.
Exactly. So keep everyone happy, and now we all love a beer, as we said. So get down there and just we'll have another big do.
Yeah, we just want to keep building the pig pen up.
Well, would you look at given that you have such great reach, would you look at actually creating some packs for people, supporters essentially, to travel up with you and get around the event? Like, is that an idea that you could sort of scratch at some stage?
For sure. We're putting our heads together about a bit of a members supporter pack, really, and you can sort of jump on the website and buy a supporter pack, like merchandise, and basically once you buy that, you can come down and support us over the weekend. And
That's
what
awesome.
we're sort of going
I think
for.
that would include, like, if we were to have a big event, like, you're there and you're with all the boys having beers and part of all the action, plus get to watch all of us play with your gear. So that would be something pretty cool, I think.
So good. It's outstanding. So I guess they're supporting you guys, but you are a community brand as well. You do like to give back. I know that you have a charity of choice, and can you run me through who it is, what it is, and what they do?
Yeah, so one of our great mates, Connor Watson, he's been doing real good work with his Cultural Choice Association. So we just thought, as a Pigs, we are, as you said, we're a community-based brand, and we do like to give back. So we've chosen them to, with all of our sponsorship money and some money that we've earned, we want to give back and give some back to the community. We think it's like something pretty close to us, and because of our relationship with Connor, that there is still it's the biggest cause of death in Indigenous youth is suicide, and that's what his charity aims at helping and preventing. So I think it's important that we give back and help Connor out in that. Awesome. In that sense,
Such a great way to keep. I mean, and that's the interesting part about your side is that you have so much NRL influence who are currently playing in and around this. And I guess a lot of NRL players don't get the opportunity to support another team because they're the top tier, right? So now they get a chance to actually get behind a team that they want to support, which is their favourite side. They're not going down to the local to support their old junior league club. They actually have a fun branded team with their mates who get to play in it. But on top of that, there's a really great head on heart piece where you guys are actually giving back to a mate and sort of what they're doing, which is really wonderful, fellas. So well done on that, and it's it takes great courage to talk about suicide, in particular youth suicide with First Nations youth. I know the stats read that they're 3 times higher than non-Indigenous people in Australia. So well done, and you should be super proud of sort of what your efforts are going towards that. Just to lighten the mood a little bit, or not to lighten the mood, but just to change it up quickly, who are you looking forward to playing against most next year? I'm keen on hearing this because the fires have already started lighting.
I think last year we talked about versing the great Cheshire Cat. And might I just add, he hasn't taken off his medal all year, apparently, in Cronulla. He's been walking around with his medal still on. I actually just seen him at the back before and he still had it on. So, mate, I would love to, obviously love to get another crack at those boys, and I think they're going to go for the three-peat, I think. So I'd love to get into them, but I think, who do you say, Beats?
Is it Pack?
Pack Barbars, Pig Athletic Club.
We're talking about this. There's only enough room for one pig in town, so politely we're just gonna have to. Yeah, we'd love to put them to the sword. You know, if we got a game against them, no, we have to show them that.
I did see
we're the OG pigs. We're the OG
I did see
pigs,
I seen a potty yesterday actually come up on my Instagram, and they were talking about the side they could put together, and mate, they had some good athletes. They won't beat us at our game, mate. They won't beat us.
Well, I think your recruitment from last year to this year became completely different. Benny, you might know some teammates this year coming into the comp because you've created a side that people want to be part of, obviously, to support. Yeah. Pack being a tough one to come up against. They're going to have a huge rugby union influence in that side, so they are almost like, I suppose, the bloke in a bar equivalent of rugby union.
That'll be a good side, yeah.
Sione and the team out there, they do a great job online, but they've been a touring rugby union team for a long time. Last year, you did have a pretty strong rift, and I think there's sort of like that mate v mate type setup with Southside, formerly known as Southside Dogs, in 2025. Do you know many of those boys at all?
Yeah, we knew a couple. Last year. But that's about it.
Yeah, that'll be
a good game again. This year, so hopefully,
they did beat us.
We got a couple of people. We got a couple of targets.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I suppose within that, who can you sort of name drop? I know last year, respectfully, Victor had his young fella, so he couldn't make it up. Yep. Will he be bringing the family up for next year? Do you think?
We got him
he's still in coaching role.
Yeah, and
he'll be coming up this year.
He'll be coming up.
Great.
And hopefully. I mean, Smithers was pretty busy last year, but he's been doing some work behind the scenes, recruiting. So Smithers might come up.
Brandon Smith?
Yeah,
right. Jeez, you got to. There's a lot of talk from this Pigs outfit. Let's see if he's delivered.
we had a couple of key players locked in so far. One being Kyle Labour up there.
You got Kyle Labour.
Yeah,
you know, Port Moresby Vipers are putting in a team, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to have a crack at some I suppose some ex-Commels.
Yeah.
And Kyle Labour has been tipped or had been spoken to. So I'm interested to see what the Pigs can offer them.
He's a Bundy boy at heart.
He's a Bundy boy, mate. So I
That's
think
right.
hopefully,
Shout out to Butsy. He's a great man.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully get him over, and he said he's locked in. So mate, he'd be a great attribute to the Pigs, and BT's got
Mitch Williams. One of the greats.
You stole him from Reborn last year, hey?
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't wait to hear this one come out and Takarang a lot up, the comment section. No, there's been plenty of, and I got my head ripped off by Tackers last year on our podcast because he's saying this is the worst comp in the world because there's so many blokes jumping the fences. This bloke's named in this team, this bloke's named in this team. He name dropped about 5 yesterday that are playing in other teams, and/or he's name dropping players that other teams have already named. It is what it is.
We'll have to see, eh?
We'll have to see.
It's going to be a good tournament once we get up there. And I thought he was in my team.
You can access. What is it? Free padding of the Pigs at the nines. You can get free access to the pen itself. What else? I mean, I suppose a surf lesson with one of the Marschke brothers could be it. And possibly a conversation.
We're going up there like an Origin camp. We're playing it this year. We're getting up there the Monday. We don't play the Saturday. I'm telling you, our program getting up there. We're golfing on the beers, team dinner on the beers. Wake up the next day on the beers. Wednesday on the beers. Thursday light captain's run. Friday bit of recovery, captain's run, and we're flying into it. So it's going to be a good week.
Particularly, you'll have the hopefully there's some care for these children that are around that are wearing the Piglet shirts while you are on the beers, beers.
There's always room for a bit of care for the Piglets.
Very nurturing us. Yeah.
So, Butsy, is there anyone else you could name drop, or are you still sort of starting to do all the recruitment drive in the back end of the year?
We don't want to give too much away, but we've signed. I feel like we've signed a real strong team of people that are still playing really well, that are a bit higher New South Wales Cup level. And that type of level that are playing really well at the minute, and from Newcastle and areas like that. So we just can't wait till we can put it all together.
If we learn anything from last year as well, we sort of by the back end of I think it was the Saturday or whatever day it was, we needed some depth, and we were going down. We were down in troops really.
He's had 9 players at some stage.
Mate,
I was chipping and chasing. There wasn't much I wasn't doing.
It's too much happening. But
that's not the game plan, Benny.
Get on my back, boys.
If we could learn anything from last year, it's definitely depth. So we're looking to put a good side, quality side, and having depth there as well for.
Do you reckon you should get into a training run? I know a few teams, particularly in Queensland, who are quite close together. They're going to try and organise a bit of a scrimmage essentially before Christmas, just to get the ball in hand, get some boys actually moving, because some fellas just love eating ham and Ferrero shares over that Chrissy period just to get them going. Would you consider having a little trial against Southern Sharks or Dogs or
thinking about a
Reborn?
scrimmage being at the Chloe Hotel, eh?
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure.
They got a patch of grass there, do they?
It's a good question, actually. I know when we go up there early, want to do like training runs, so we'll hopefully get a big resort and we'll house everyone there, pay for it, and hopefully we can have a good week with some sessions and that. And Neil Dunkley, he's jumped on board. He's going to run us through some moves and stuff. So we got people there that are going to be looking after us and helping us out. So we'll get some training in.
Training and game plans.
We'll get some tactics. So we'll get all of that in. So
both on and off the field.
On and on. I think morale. You got to keep the morale high off the field, most importantly.
Oh, for sure. What are you looking forward to the most for next year? I know that we'll end up doing another couple of podcasts over the back end of this year, just with an update. But right now, what are you looking forward to for the 2025 comp?
Really, just having a good week away with the lads. It's so fun. You get up there, you just enjoy each other's company, and it's just a weekend full of footy and couple of beers and stuff like that. But no, just really getting away, have the week up there, and we want to take it out. So I'm sure that's everyone's focus, but have fun along the way. Basically, that's it.
Absolutely, Benny.
Yeah, and just off the back of that, while enjoying ourselves, is just building our brand, building the Salty Pigs, and showcasing what the pigs are all about, and like BT said, hopefully taking it out and winning the prize money. So
Great. All right. Last question. Both of you get to answer one player only from the current NRL system. Who would you have in your Nines team?
we actually, it was funny enough, we actually called each other yesterday and we said, if there's one player that you had to pick, who would it be? And we both said at 3, 2, 1, we both said Joey Manu, actually.
Scuxus,
Marks. He's, mate, he would kill the Nines. He would kill it.
When does his contract start with Union?
Oh, that's
interesting.
Interesting. Because imagine that. I reckon our game plan would be
give it to Joey.
Get it to
Joey. You stand out there and we'll just get the ball to you.
BT's chipping and chasing again. We said get it to Joey.
I reckon that he'd be rooted because he'd be going 3 hit-ups a set. We'd just be going to the left, set up for Joey, back to the left, set up for Joey.
Well, you got one there, so I know that it's a joined Benny choice, so we can have that one. You get one more off the top of your head.
Dylan Napper.
Big Naps.
I want Napsky there.
Off the back fence. You reckon he's still got he's got lungs in him, the big fella?
Yeah, he'd be beast. He just I just know Napsky would be great for Maria.
Mate,
on
oh, for sure.
He's one of the best. We'd be in stitches the whole time we're up there. So if we could lock Napsky in, we'd be on the right track.
Well, I was at the Roosters when he was playing 20s in a stacked 20s team, mind you, and he would take on 3 or 4 people, and he'd flick past it to Kane Evans, who did the same thing, to Taitua Vasa Bam Bam, same thing. So. It's a good shout. On and off the field, he gets people around him. So I reckon he could be a good addition. And I think he might be a little bit more available than Joey. So let's start small and we'll see.
He looked good in a pig mascot, eh? He looked really good.
Well, Benny, thank you very much, boys. I'm looking forward to doing the update in a couple months' time. And go the Salty Pigs.
Perfect. Can't wait. Go the Pigs.
Go the Pigs.
Cheers, boys.
Bosh.